out of those 8 teams who all fought really hard for 7 weeks of regular season, 7 weeks of regular season.
If anyone that was watching the stream before remembers, we fired our producer a number of times, and I think we're going to have to fire him again today.
Yeah, he just keeps on coming back. Alright, so out of those 8 original teams, we are down to just 2. We've got Bitheads and Magnet, as you can see up there, who are going to now fight it out to see, once and for all, who is best at StarCraft.
In the narrow scope of Ottawa tech companies.
Yes. Yeah. These Ottawa tech companies, the 8 that signed up. Yeah. Alright, so the players are ready, and they have been for about 10 minutes now, and they keep bugging me to go. So, and the longer we wait, the drunker they're going to get. So it's in our best interest if we get this started right away. And speaking of that, the countdown, as you can hear, is underway. Yeah. So, our map is MLG Metalopolis. So yeah, who here is cheering for Team Bitheads? I heard quite a few there. Anyone who is? Yes. 2 at least. Alright.
And for Magnet?
Oh my god. So, you home Team Bitheads guys, you're gonna have to step it up. See? You are definitely going to have to step it up.
I think they're already drunk.
Hey, spawning at the 12 o'clock position as the green serve, we've got Team Bitheads Disby. And in close air positions, at the 3 o'clock position, we've got our teal Protoss Duque playing for Team Magnet.
So we have a Protoss versus Zerg today. How are we feeling about that?
Pretty good. I think one of the more common matchups we've seen in the tournament so far, and these close air positions should make it pretty interesting.
Do we remember if these guys have played before?
They very well might have.
Very well might have. Well, I remember Duque being an excellent player. He was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, Disby as well. I think it's going to be a great match to kick things off tonight.
You must construct it.
Alright, not much going on just yet. We've got the early scout by Disby, and he's choosing to let his overlord just sail on past the Nexus here, so Duque also gets the scouting information there, though. Duke? Alright, Duke. Gets the scouting information as well. Thank you very much. Anonymous
we're going to have to make sure we
audience member.
Alright, Duke.
Yeah, so Duke now, because he sees that Overlord, knows exactly where Disby is. And I'm aware that I'm saying that one wrong also, but we cleared it with him and it's okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to stick with Duke.
I'll try and go with Duke.
Okay,
I really will.
So we see a pretty standard build for the Protoss. Not doing a fast expand, so just building up the ramp. Maybe going for a 4-gate.
Yeah, and Disby is dropping that hatchery on 15. Hatchery first play here, extremely risky against Protoss because 2-gate pressure absolutely destroys this, as well cannon rushers can absolutely destroy this. So we'll see what Duke does. We'll see what Duke does. I don't believe Duke has actually scouted this yet. No, he hasn't. He doesn't even know anything that's going on at Disby's base. He hasn't scouted at all yet, except for this one probe that's going to come in, and it'll see any moment now that, yeah, the hatchery is going down.
It's quite a late scout for him to be doing at that timing, but he did know where the location of the point was. So, a little bit of harass there.
Yeah, he might as well get as many hits in as he can. I mean, at this point, it's all about that hatchery. The entire game hinges around this hatchery either standing up or going down.
So it might spawn with a maybe 100 hit points down, and hopefully it doesn't recover completely by the time it actually hits. So it might do a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, there we go. It's at 130 damage so far. A little drone squad is not going to go after this probe.
Well, I mean, there's no real point in going after it at this point. It's not doing much other than tickling the hatchery. And I don't know why he hasn't scouted in yet to see what's actually going on in the base. He probably should do that, but he's probably just got a standard build that he's going to do, and it doesn't really matter what his opponent's going for. He's just going to go right for it.
Yeah, okay, now these two lings will stop the tickling from going on. There we go. Oh, even to its last moment, that probe was all about hitting the hatchery.
Well, 220 damage, though. That could prove a game changer, though.
Yeah. We'll have to see when this timing push comes in. I mean, in a sense, it does make a difference, because a lot of times, especially if you expand early with Zerg, a lot of times what the game comes down to is that you're panic building an army right at the last moment. Meanwhile, the Protoss is attacking your hatchery. You've got to wait till that last moment when there's a little bit of health left on your hatchery. So, surprisingly, this is one match where this might come into play.
Oh, so we see the expand for Duke. I'm not quite sure I'm familiar with this build yet. He's got one gateway, forge, and a core. So we didn't see the forge fast expand in the normal sense where he would block off his expansion before expanding. I gotta keep an eye on the other screen. We're watching like the in-game thing, but I'll keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, it looks like there's much more exciting. He's going third hatchery, by the way, going down for Disney. And a Roach Warren as well. So it looks like Disney is either going to be prepared for any push that Duque drops on two bases, or he's just going to make a lot of roaches and go for the kill.
Yeah, Duque doing the forge fast expand build, but later than normal. Normally you do this kind of stuff at 16, 17, 18. So it's a little strange to be doing at this point, but he's probably being a little defensive, trying to avoid for a link rush, a little bit of cheese. So defensively built, but still the expansion getting off.
Yeah, kind of a middle of the road build. A little bit of everything he's making. Meanwhile,
he's lucky though that DZB hasn't been aggressive, because he was pretty vulnerable for a long time there, where he only had one gateway, a forge, but he hadn't dropped down any cannons yet. So I think even until about 30-35 supply, he didn't quite have anything. So that could have been an opportunity for getting really hit hard.
Yeah, and speaking of aggression, Disney now moving on the map with about 20 lings. Not headed directly for Duque's base. There we go. Oh, he's gonna just see what's going on. Yeah, he sees cannons and at least one zealot. Looks like Duque is well defended, so Disney probably just getting out of there with these lings.
When those roaches come though, that's going to be a pretty good hit. I mean, at this point, DZB only has, Duque only has 2 cannons and a couple units, so he doesn't have much to defend. So if there's a big roach push right about now, that would be a hit hard.
Yeah, it looks like Disney's taking the absolute opposite approach, though. He is making a ton of drones, having seen that his opponent is really bunkered down. He knows that he can safely make a lot of drones, and that's going to be really helpful in the end game.
And he is on 3 bases, so he's staying ahead of his opponent, which is definitely going to help him out at this point. He's going to have a chance to really drone hard and then hit a really good economy timer.
Yeah, and a smart move right here, getting all those lings to the 3rd base that Duque would throw down. So Duque's not going to be able to put down that expansion, at least not without putting up a fight.
We see Immortals coming out. I'm going to write it. I'm going to write him down on my board as just Duke. D-U-K-E. There we go.
Yeah, I can't break the habit.
No.
And yeah, not much engagement going on right here.
I think we see the importance of this game. I mean, both players know that it's a big tournament, it's a finals, they don't want to be too risky, so they're playing very, very cautiously, very defensively. So it's being resulting in kind of a boring early game, not much action, but I think at some point both of them are going to hit their economy maximum and just going to smash into each other.
Yeah, they're both doing really well macro-wise. We've got 57 drones and 55 probes. Thank you to the audience member who just threw up a cheerful there.
We have the 3rd going down for Duke. Soon. Any minute now? Any minute now?
Yeah, and as soon as it does, I think this Ling is going to attack it. So we'll see kind of the opposite of what we saw in the start of the game. There it goes.
I think you probably should have been attacking that probe with the Ling, preventing it from going down entirely, rather than just kind of sitting there and watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he saw the probe. For sure he beats the Nexus now, so now we're just on Disney.
It's a really good time for him to attack that third. It's not very well defended, and Duke has all his stuff kind of just back at his base, behind a wall of cannons, so it's a really good time to hit, cancel, and then hit that economy hard.
Yeah, and right now we're seeing exactly why you should never leave a Zerg alone in a match like this. Remember, those worker counts were even about a minute ago. Right now, the Zerg is up by over 10 workers.
We also see a huge economy gap where our Zerg player is saying, well, he had banked 2,000, he's now back to 1,000. So and now he's going to be able to just crank out a whole bunch of units and just push really hard. Is that 18 units in production?
That is 18 units in production. This game is going to get real.
So even though Duke's trying to get that third up, I mean, that many units, there are a couple Phoenixes, but 3 Phoenixes against 18 units, I don't think that'll fare very well.
Yeah, and Disney, I love that he's throwing down 4 spine crawlers, at this moment. So he's going to delay any sort of attack coming from Duke.
And the third is being attacked now by a bunch of lings, and you see the mutas harassing the main. Oh, that's just going to be bad.
Oh yeah, there are just these 3 Phoenixes to defend. The mutas are swarming and tearing apart the Phoenixes. Duke's base is, completely undefended right now.
And I think there's a critical pylon there that could fall any minute now.
Yeah, it looks like the robotic is going to go down as it's researching extended thermal lance. That's done for.
Critical pylon. Taking out the Stargate and Gateway. Units coming in, but Zealots aren't going to help much against that many Phoenixes. Neither are the Immortals. And this is a bad move because he's pulling into his base, his Muta's going to fly away, and then the Lings can come in and just attack the third.
Yeah, as they're doing right now. Down goes that pylon. Looks like the Nexus is going to go down as well. Disney is retreating with his mutas. He's going to probably sit back at home at this point because he's basically in an incredible situation right now.
Go ahead.
Duke at this point pretty much has to attack. His economy, his base, everything is in shambles right now.
One thing I want to note is that DGB has 4,000 minerals banked. Now, I think he needs to throw it out. He needs to take a 4th and 5th expansion. He needs to throw it on Macro Hatch because he's got the economy to just steamroll his opponent right now, but he's not using it effectively.
Yeah, 13 roaches. He has also enough to make 14 more mutas once he has the supply. Most likely he'll be doing that. Oh, Colossus being targeted down by these mutas. Stalkers trying to get to them, but the Stalkers have to keep walking around this awkward ramp. Mutas now going to work on probe lines, and they get out a lot of mutas lost though. Only 8 remaining.
Yeah, that was a big hit. He was definitely being a little too aggressive there. He didn't take too many hits. That's Phoenix though. Phoenixes can micro around mutas all game long, so if you want to be really pro, you could do that. Taking the gold though.
Yeah, Dizzy is going for the gold. And Duke is, looks like he might be moving out. He's moving his units outside of his base at any rate.
So, I mean, this is a huge ground army. Do you think that DGB would actually be able to hold against a full frontal attack? I mean, there's a lot of Zealots, a lot of Stalkers, and a lot of Immortals, and I think a couple of Colossus, and he doesn't have much in the way of ground army.
Yeah, I think that Dizzy could hold, mostly just because his mutas, really at this point, can take out almost all the anti-air. Here we see, it looks like we're going to find out in a moment, though. Roaches and Lings swarming in. Dizzy's not using his spine crawlers, which are just above the battle, and that could be really bad for him.
His army is getting destroyed here. He's definitely pulling back to the spine crawlers.
Yeah, Zealot's going to work on the spine crawlers. Roaches taking out the Zealots. Oh, another huge batch of Roaches is coming in. It looks like Dizzy should be able to hold this. Looks like, targeting down the Immortals. Great target fire right there. Only a few Stalkers remain. Dizzy still has a ton of Roaches. And those 2 Phoenixes lifting roaches as much as they can. Unfortunately, just not enough.
They're doing their part.
Yes, they are. Those mutas, they were all taken out during the battle.
Yeah, so almost a pretty even trade there. Both players taking some pretty powerful hits, but we see that DGB with the better economy right now is going to be able to remax very quickly. He's still got 4,000, 5,000 minerals banked. He needs to take a lot of expansion so that he could just go back up to full right away.
Yeah, and one of the biggest problems right now for Dizzy is his supply. He was supply blocked quite a bit earlier in the game, and then during that battle, he lost a lot of Overlords. So he's just having a ton of trouble keeping his supply going. And this burrowed Roach army now searching for Duke's army, but unfortunately they passed by. Duke's third expansion going up right now, and it'll be taken out